I'm Krisna, artist, an entrepreneur, and a lover of holistic healing and wellness. And this is my co-host,
Erika Krisna. I'm also an artist and a yoga and meditation teacher, and I'm a big old fan of holistic healness too. And
It's officially raining right now.
Yes, it is. It rain. We need the rain in the Amazon.
It feels so great. I know,
It does.
the Amazon, right? Erika and I went to Amazon Uprising, and it was super empowering and impactful and enlightening and heart activating and heart opening. And the rain right now is just like such a beautiful reminder of the fact that we are just these interesting little groups of species, all like just kind of scurrying around the planet, and
water.
how we're connected so beautifully through water.
We start off with water, swimming like little fishes. We are water.
And during this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about decolonizing our food, more from an energetic perspective, and how that really affects our overall interactions in the world that we live in. So thank you, beautiful rain, for reminding us of our purpose today. She made us these beautiful, yummy shakes to
Green
try.
shakes.
Yes. So let's talk about this.
These green shakes are plant-based green shakes, and they're eco-friendly as well, organic. I put papaya, banana, chia seeds, oats, raw oats, turmeric pepper, moringa, and some maca powder. So all that, you blend it, and some spinach. Yeah, that's why it's green, because of the moringa. And two more other things, but I'm not going to tell you because
Secret ingredients.
Yeah. These are anti-inflammatory, so they're good for the joints, and they're anti-cancer, so they're cancer fighting. Yep.
I was reading something really interesting about how papaya is actually like the best thing for you to consume in the morning. Having fruit in the morning is the best time to have it, because your body is just really ready and open and primed for all of those great nutrients, and fruit specifically gives you an added boost because it has the sugars and all of that great stuff. So papaya in here, ooh, let's taste.
Oh, let's cheers.
Oh yeah.
Cheers to going green. And they're so fulfilling. I swear, these shakes keep me strong and alive. Like, no, really. It's like some have peanut butter. You would never guess that peanut butter and avocado taste fucking bomb.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so great.
And especially seasonal right now, avocado is like so in.
Part of the process of us decolonizing our body and our spirit is to really start thinking about what we put into our body. In the last episode, Erika was talking about how, food is energy, and food is energy. It has its own unique vibration, it has its own unique frequency. And so when we put it into our body, it's offering those as well. When we do it from forms that are really healthy, they're sustainable, they're more organic, they aren't using these types of systems, much like what happens in the animal farming industry, where there's suffering of animals, and that suffering is part of the energy that being is exuding throughout its lifetime.
What that animal goes through, and we ingest milk, whatever, that energy goes into us. So whatever that animal's energy was, it's passed on to us because we intake it. We take it and we become what we eat. Remember that phrase? You are what you eat. So if that animal is sad and depressed, you're gonna feel that sad and depressed.
In animal farming, they have, the whole life of the animal, and this is intergenerational trauma.
Oh, yeah.
The whole life of the animal is like in a cage. They can't move.
It's horrible. They're enslaved. It's like animal slavery.
They're enslaved. Like, if we think about human slavery, and there's stories that we know all across the globe, I would say as a human species, we would all agree that that's not humane. Anything that is intelligently growing, that's a life. And, putting things in chains, any living being in chains, and saying that for whatever reason we believe that we're more superior than another species is really just creating bad karma.
We are not.
We're
we
not
are
cows.
not designed
We're not. We shouldn't be
to
drinking
nurse
there.
off of a. Would you suck a cow's tit? No, I know that sounds too graphic. I'm sorry. I'm pretty raw.
But it's true. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like,
funny.
it's
I
not-
was just recently talking to a friend, and I was saying how if humans want milk, then we should be drinking milk from our own species. So we need to normalize the idea of women selling their breast milk, and if people want to pay the price that they're selling it for,
They used
then
to
they
do
can,
it.
yeah, then they can sell their breast milk. And if people want to make cheese and all these other things that they do with cow's milk or goat's milk, then they can do that. Now, if we want just the idea of creamy textured foods that are tasty that we've come accustomed that we like I like the texture of
cream.
cheese and ice cream. I love those things.
I love ice
And there's so many amazing nut-based, plant-based options for having all of those tasty things. So we are still getting our taste buds full of pleasure, our tummies happy, and doing it in a way that is most healthy for our body.
Also, what they put in these animals, like extra hormones and all that stuff, to make us sick. Also it's a propaganda, it's a business.
It's part of the colonized plan. It's a diseased state of being, a diseased state of mind.
To me, meat is meat. Like if they were grilling an arm, to me it's like an animal.
It is
also,
an
yeah,
animal part. We just don't know what
exactly.
part.
So to me, I don't like that, and my family doesn't like it that I could be like that. They think I'm too picky. It's because when I first started meditating, I just didn't want to eat any more meat. I saw the animals as they were part of me, and I didn't want to eat them anymore, and I just said no more. Even a fish, I just couldn't eat the fish anymore, and I felt like the fish was me. I felt like I don't want to be killed just so someone can eat me, so I probably taste good. My meat is clean. Like, if I die, I don't care. Eat my ass.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm dead, then
dead,
I don't
slice
know.
a piece
Yeah,
of
I
me
no longer
and to have it.
But to take your life just to have that
No,
clean meat.
yeah. When I'm dead, okay, yeah.
It's an interesting
but
thing, some of the marketing that's used organic, chickens, like, okay.
I'm
but-
organic, people.
It's an animal, though. How is it not organic? Like that, just the combination of those words is very
Should have been
interesting.
organic to begin with. Like everything should be organic.
The
just
healthcare
like
system and the pharmaceutical
pharmaceutical.
company, they own a lot of control in
They
the
own
government.
us.
That's what lobbying means. That's what lobbyists are. If you don't believe me, do your own research, become aware of the big pharma companies, what they own, how they can control, what the policies look like in their favor.
We can get sick and they can make business.
Right.
So in order to get activated, we would have to turn to plant-based, to detox. Used to eat meat. I have 5
Same.
years now, going plant-based, and I feel great. Just
I do
drink
not
water,
suffer.
like-
I am not a toothpick. I eat and I enjoy myself. So I'm
a
not with that.
comelona.
I love her
really
name,
am.
Comelona. I'm like using it all the time now.
I am a comelona. I love food. I love to cook food. I like to make my shakes. I love to eat. This little jar is my medicine, and when I drink this, I feel like I'm Superwoman. And also having that relationship with Mother Earth, with your hands, because our fingers are like antennas, so we are communicating with the food with our fingers already. We're having that relationship, and we are being grateful and embracing while we eat. And even if we lick our fingers, that's a good thing, because we're embracing it. It's a pleasure of life, actually eating, and it's so good that we're meant to savor it and to embrace it and to be grateful for it, because it's energy. It gives us life. It's part of who we are. So to have that relationship with our food and with Mother Earth, it's a beautiful thing. And yes, it goes back to the Amazon, because the Amazon is the mother of the earth. We need the earth. We came to her because we need her to survive.
She birthed us.
She birthed us. But we go to her to survive. But right now, she is just asking for our help to embrace her. And what I mean with that, if we eat more plant-based, we're going to embrace the earth a lot more.
We begin to have a relationship,
Yeah.
like you said. We begin to hear the messages.
And having that understanding, like you said, messages, having that understanding that we are part of the earth, and without the earth, we won't be able to survive because humanity is in danger. And if we don't fix the problems that we are having right now, then our grandchildren, I'm a grandma, so my grandchildren are going to suffer. Their kids are going to suffer.
People spend a lot of money on vacation destinations, and those vacation destinations look like places like Hawaii, where it's blue and green and waters are crystal clear. Well, the waters are not becoming very crystal clear anymore because of pollution. And so we invest all this money in the idea of vacations to these places, but yet we're not thinking about that on a daily basis, on how our everyday practices are actually affecting Mother Earth. It's like we're spending all our money on vacations. Those vacation spots aren't going to be there anymore. So like you said, for our great-great-grandchildren, and right now, currently living, we are not living in the pristine version of Mother Earth that we can with all of our human intellect.
That, we're causing her to get sick. We're only causing ourselves to, be more in danger because
she's getting sick.
Yeah, because she's getting sick.
She has to push us out. We're the virus.
She has to push us out with natural disasters. Guess what? We're going to keep on doing this. We're going to have more natural disasters because we are not valuing her. Because we keep on pumping her. We keep on tearing down the trees. We keep on colonizing. This is what I mean. We have to decolonize. We have to start with ourselves, though, because then we have that understanding that we are connected. We are earthlings, and we need the earth, and we want the earth because the earth will heal us. It will literally save our life. Like, ask anyone who has recovered from cancer. Anyone who has cancer,
so true.
They turn to the earth. They
turn vegan diets.
Exactly. Chemotherapy is just gonna. Well, I know it's healed some people, and that's awesome. Like I said, I am holistic. I believe, as a whole, but not without the earth.
Chemotherapy has its negative side effects.
Very
Having a
big
raw
time.
vegan diet, other than your body needing to adjust to this new nutrient intake, you don't have negative impacts to other parts of your body.
I really believe it's like the only way.
I really believe plant-based living is the future.
It is.
It's the way that we can have a sustainable future.
And just being healthy as a whole, like with Mother Earth and, and with animals and everything coming together as one. The earth is constantly trying to communicate with us. And we are a part of the earth. We are earthlings. So when we eat clean and we eat green, we are actually detoxifying any toxins inside our bodies, even metals, especially when we eat a lot of raw food, like fruits and vegetables, alkaline, we release a lot of toxins, unnatural illnesses that we get due to the food that we eat. And it also slows our digestion system down. It gives us headaches, it makes us tired. So plant-based actually gives you more energy, gives you more life. It cleanses your organs. You feel livelier, you feel happier. Your brain, it decolonizes your brain. Your depression starts decreasing. You start having more positive thoughts because you're more active. You're activating. So you're activating something about yourself that needs to be active, and that makes you happier because you're changing the way you eat. So that's very important because it communicates with you. Food helps you. The earth helps you become healthier, and it's love. The earth loves you. I
so
love
beautiful.
you.
Yes.
I love you, and that's why I make these green shakes for you. You want your green shakes? Come and get them.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful that you're talking about how the earth communicates with us, and we're earthlings, and we are part of this beautiful symbiotic relationship on the planet. And it lends itself naturally to all the things that start being interwoven with the conversation of decolonizing our food. We start questioning where our food comes from. We start questioning the practices of how this food was produced. How did it come to be on my table? There's a whole process that happens before it even gets there. And there's actual humans that are picking that food ever so gently. So when it gets to you, it's without any bruises, hopefully, beside the truck driver that it took to get it from the farm to the store, and then the store clerks that put it on the shelf for you, and then whoever cooks it with you with love, like Erika did for us today with this yummy green smoothie. And if you are interested more in the details of the scientific aspects of what we're saying, just do a little bit of research. You could do research and, compare the teeth of carnivores versus our species and other species like us. You can do research on intestines, length, and how carnivores have much shorter intestines than humans, and that's because they need to be able to process the meats versus human intestines that are really, really, really long. Why? Long absorption, because things that we are made to eat, like things from the earth, you become knowledgeable on just the way that the human body works. And that's something that we should really be teaching in schools. The idea of decolonizing our food and how we treat our body in relationship with food really is an important start to think about in young children. And it doesn't have to be in schools, but it should be, and how we begin to normalize that in our community. So being around community who really understand plant-based living can, if you're not plant-based yourself, give you some opportunity to learn some more facts, just so you can be more knowledgeable and make healthier choices for your own self and for your family.
Yeah, don't wait until you get sick or something. That's when people want to change. When you get sick, time is always right. Start small. You can start with some green shakes and then elaborate.
And just thinking about those small ways that you can perhaps begin to integrate more of a conscious plant-based lifestyle in how you're decolonizing your food.
Because I know, I am energy, and I know that energy, it's going to really matter how, my vibration and frequency, how my vibes are. So if you want me to be happy, feed me plant-based.
Woo, plant-based.
Yep.
I do this really yummy burnt crispy Brussels sprouts with rosemary and just a little bit of sweetener and a little bit of chili peppers, so it's a little bit spicy and
I want
sweet.
to try it.
It's so tasty. It's one of my most favorite and easiest things to make. But if you're interested in our recipes, send us a message. We would totally love to share it with you. And if you have some recipes that you like using, drop us a comment. We would love to see what recipes you guys are trying. And thanks for tuning in this week for our conversation on decolonizing food. Any closing thoughts?
Just be healthy, love yourself with the food, and make yourself happy. Because honestly, when you eat healthy, your body starts feeling healthy and happy. So just do that for yourself, and you won't regret it. If you want to order green shakes, let me know.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate that you tuned in today and took an opportunity to think about how you access decolonizing your food as you go through your holistic healing journey. Until next time. Any emotion.
Yep.
Happy ice cream, sad ice cream, angry ice cream.
Scream anytime ice cream. Yeah, ice cream heals it all.
Yes.